Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I'm Mark from Proseniq, and in this chapter we're gonna take a look at the Console Control Mode 1. The Console Control Mode 1 is made to control the MA2 with the WebRemote workflows. First thing we're gonna do, we select one or more input devices. I'm gonna use here a SCM mixer. Then we're gonna start the Console Control Mode 1, the module. Here we can see three windows. The first window is the setting window, and here we adjust the IP username and password from our MA2 application or desk. In MA2 we go first of all to the MA network control. Here we take a look at our IP. I'm using here a loopback IP 127.0.0.1. And it's very important that we are created in a session. Okay, let's adjust this. 127.0.0.1. Now we're going to go to settings again. And here we're going to go to user profiles and setup. I'm going to use remote with the password 1234. You see at the moment we are not logged in. Then I'm gonna go here to our global settings and make sure that the remotes are on. Login enabled. Now we got everything. Gonna go back here and introduce the same data. Username is remote and the password is 1234. Apply the settings. And now I can already go and try to connect to our MA console. And as you see, it's connecting. We take a look here in our user profile and we see we are logged in. Let's go here to the next window. Here is the fader mapping. It takes a time to build the screen, so it's a very complex mapping. We're gonna go and make sure that we selected the same device as in the launcher. We start MIDI, and here we can switch from editing mode to live mode. In live mode you can't edit, you can't do any mapping, so let's go back to edit mode. And the first thing I would like to do is to map some faders. I'm gonna scroll down. Here are the level faders. First executor, second, third, and so on. Okay, simply we go with the mouse to learn, hit the learn button and move a fader. Next thing, I'm gonna learn the button under the executor. And let's say also the button executor 101 to 108. I'm gonna map them here. And actually that's it. Let's go back to live mode. Make sure that we're still connected. And let's take a look at our MA2 on PC. The first time you move the faders, you have to reset them so the console knows where the physical faders are. And then you can start moving the faders as you like. Also you see fast movements are possible. The flash buttons here, my first 4 executors are group masters, so they're always flashed. But I can try to flash the spot movement and the beam movement. And you see it's flashing. Let's try or test our executors 101 to 108. And you see they're flashing as well. Let's make it a bit faster. And everything is working fine. Okay, next step. Let's go back here to our mapping. I'm gonna go again to the edit mode. Now the output is disabled. And now I would like to also learn the encoders. For the encoders, we got two possibilities. If we got a MIDI desk with real encoders, we leave them here in encoder mode. If we got a MIDI desk with potties, not encoders, we can turn here to fader or potty. Let's try this first. And then we also can learn them. Here's a nice thing: if you're not sure what your desk got, enable the MIDI monitor. In the MIDI monitor, you see the input coming into your console or into your application. So this is obviously, it's a fader or working as a potty. Now in this mode, in this fader and potty mode, the console is thinking whenever you're in the 12 o'clock position, there is no movement. Okay, we're gonna learn this one, this one, this one, and that one. Now I'm gonna make sure that they're in the center position. Here my fader's got no indicators where the center position is, so I'm gonna use here the MIDI monitor. Okay, let's go back here to our live mode. We're still connected. We're gonna go here to our MA. Let's choose, we have to lift up an executor. Okay, let's go for example to this one, position. And the more you move to the left, it starts repeating moving to the left. If you go back to the center, it'll stop. To the right, slowly to the right, moving slowly, and the more to the right, the faster it is moving. Then you also got the possibility in the mapping to change the speed. Here is a speed fader to make the potties or faders faster or slower. Let's go to the other mode. If you're working with real encoders, it's much easier. I'm gonna switch my desk to encoder mode. And let's take a look what happens here. Now, if I move to the left, whenever I turn to the left, here is the MIDI value 65. And if I move to the right, the value is 1. So that's definitely in encoder mode. We're gonna turn here the fader and potty mode off and go to encoder mode. And we learn them again. Go back to our live mode, to the MA. And now we got a real fader feeling. I move, it turns. I stop, it stops. I move to the right, it turns to the right. Next step, let's go back to our mapping. I'm gonna change again here to my other mapping. Let's go to the programmer and say we would like to learn, we want to learn the highlight. I have to change it maybe to this key. Here's highlight, previous, next. We go back to our live mode. Let's select a few fixtures. Gonna go to highlight. And now you can go previous and next. As you see here on the screen, it's scrolling through the events. And that's the concept how to map your MIDI device to the ConsoleControleMode 1. Here you got also a possibility to have a floating connect and reconnect button. For example, if you're on distance, if you're using Wi-Fi, you can reconnect in a case of loss of network connection. Then we got the page control. Here it's very important. It's the same thing like with the original web control or WebRemote from MA. Whenever you go here with the where is it? In the master section, with the page up and down, button up and down. It's not communicating it to the live. So you have to use this one. And now you're going up and down the pages. You also can map this to a MIDI command. This would be here with these learn buttons. Let's do this quickly. Let's say here this is fader page down and this is fader page up. Let's go here to our fader page and you can see you're moving up and down. The last thing is here the clear all button. Here you can clear all your assignments. You can save your profile, your mapping profile you made here, and here you can load your mapping profile. And the last thing here is a log window. I recommend to leave the log always off because it's reducing the performance. Okay, and that's everything with the Console Control Mode 1. Have some fun!